This episode is powered by Safety FM.
This podcast is being sponsored by safetyconsultantblueprint.com.
This week we talked to Mr. Udoh from Nigeria, who's doing work in Afghanistan. We talk about international safety and a few things to help him get some ideas how to start a business for himself.
Do you feel that your knowledge would be better served if you were your own boss? Your knowledge can help more people improve their workplace safety. Most of what you know may be wasting in a job that limits what you can do for the overall health and safety of workers. Now is the time to start your own business while you're still working for your current employer. Start your own safety consultant business with the Safety Consultant Blueprint course. Get your business legal in just a week. Brand yourself as an authority in safety, even on a shoestring budget. No more stressing about how to price your services fairly, but still make a profit. And experience the amazing feeling of being your own boss. This 100% online video course is instructor-led and will give you detailed steps to keep you focused as to what to do next to grow your business. Lay out strategies to keep you maximizing your marketing and networking efforts. And explain how to get money in between clients. Register today at safetyconsultantblueprint.com and enter the code PODCAST.
My name is Udoh. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a safety specialist. I work for PAE Incorporated, Pacific Architects Engineers. I've been doing safety for the past 11 years. I got passion for it because I looked at my environment back in Nigeria. I looked at how to save people, how to make sure that people around me are always working in a good condition. Mm-hmm. So I developed this passion. I moved it up when I joined PAE, and I started creating a group, a platform for mentorship, because I noticed that a lot of greyhounds, a lot of people are new into the profession, but they need a guide. They need a platform for them to be asking questions online real time, and they need answers immediately, not just asking questions you don't have people to respond to. So I decided to devote myself to create a platform for everybody around the world, Americans, Europeans, Asians, Africans, to stay under a platform. And we just come together and see how we can help ourselves, because I looked at this as if you are new in a profession like safety, you need a guide.
Yes.
Because safety is dynamic, things change every day. And some conditions in my own locality might not be the same condition in your own locality, but coming together, we can always find a solution to assist each other. So that's why we got the WhatsApp group that is on. And we also move further because we noticed that a lot of people that are in the group, most of them need better jobs. So we created another platform for jobs. So what do? We post all jobs all around the world. Mm-hmm. Anybody, anywhere. Because I've been a beneficiary. I worked in Nigeria in safety, so because of a platform back in Nigeria, I had the present job I'm doing. So I decided to give back to my profession, give back to my people, to my folks. So that's just why we have it.
And you're currently in Afghanistan, correct?
Yeah, I work in Afghanistan.
Okay. So for those listening, we do have some buzzing every now and then, so don't worry about that. I'm going to do my best to edit it out. If I miss anything, you got the gist of the message.
Yeah.
So now that you tell us what got you into safety, what are some of the challenges? Well, I know from the group that you do a lot of permit required confined space entry and a few other things. So what would you say is your specialty? I'll turn up a little for you. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Okay. Basically, I do occupational health and safety.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
that's my specialty, occupational health and safety.
Okay, because I know some people that like they prefer to do things such as, you know, I am a permit required confined space person, or I do electrical, or I really focus in on, you know, for me, I'm a wastewater operator, so I by trade. So I always focus in on the liquid utility, the water and the wastewater people, and I try to help them because that was the job I was doing, and I didn't have any help with safety and health then.
Okay. Basically, mine is occupational health and safety, but mostly of facility and construction. Because presently, where I'm working, we are more of doing facility operation and maintenance for the U.S. Embassy.
Oh, nice. In your opinion, especially since you have the unique ability to reach out to people globally, do you see common problems from country to country, safety person to safety person? That is something that you say is a epidemic, maybe, or just a problem that you see with safety and health?
Yeah, the common problem is general. It's management commitment and leadership. That's the common denominator around everywhere. Yes, each organization, they have safety policies, they have safety manual, everything documented, but implementation is always a problem. Everybody around the globe are always saying the same thing: no management commitment. It's a walk the talk.
Yeah,
practice what you preach. You preach in management meeting, or when it comes to releasing resources for training for personnel, safety training, buying or replacement of PPE, getting safety devices and safety equipment. It's not always easy.
Yeah.
Because they look at safety as a cost center. They don't look at safety as a profit-making machine. But meanwhile, they forget that cost of insurance, paying insurance payment, cost of medical bills, cost of injury. A wise man once said, if a safety is expensive, try accident. So that's the common denomination. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And I teach a class, and the class is Certified Occupational Safety Specialist. It's not my class. I'm just a contract instructor. And another one is Certificate for Occupational Safety Manager. I'm an instructor, contract instructor for them as well. So one of the modules that we do is about management leadership and taking charge of that as far as management side. But then we teach the safety professional how to talk management's language. So the cost of an accident is one of the big things that they have no idea how much it is. So I tell them that safety itself may not it will eventually help you make more money because it's helping you keep the money you have. You're not actually the money that you save from an accident is actually money going straight into the company's pocket. So as much as the safety officer can help, and not only for the right reason, you don't want people injured or hurt, but then you're also helping the company keep their profits, because that's the only way you're paying for injuries. You're actually taking out of your profit to pay for these injuries.
Yeah.
So that's how I have to explain it to them.
That makes a lot of sense.
You do a lot of these topic of the days on your group, which I love. And the group, first of all, is only by invite, right?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, what we do is we look at the people across the globe with different safety backgrounds. We try to invite them to come into the group. Why? We want to gain from all the experience. The Americans, because of OSHA, the guys in Europe, because of the HSE, the guys in Asia, Middle East, they have OSHA, Occupational Health and Safety, Arabic, So what are we saying? Different regulators, different experience coming together to gain knowledge. So what I try to do is every day we get a question of the day, put it up, then people deliberate on it. Why are we doing this? Because what you learn in a confined space, might be different from what the other guy learned in confined space in America, might be different, but basically the same thing. The procedures might be a little bit different, but the end product is for us to do the job in a safe way. That's it. Some people will prefer normally to go, if you want to go into a confined space, for example, you first do the gas testing before they even go in. You go to the place and do you go to the location and do inspections and do a gas testing even a day before. Some other school of thought will say, okay, you do it a day before, you also do it that same day before the person gets in, and also monitor continually while the person is there. Some other school of thought will say, okay, go to the confined space same day, open it up, and start doing the monitoring same time, same period. Some other school of thought will say, open the confined space and keep 48 hours. So everything is just that we're going towards the same direction, but different procedure. What are we doing? Try to make sure that the job is done in a safe way. So we bring up this topic to get people's different opinions and different views, trying to see how we can harmonize the views so that most of the people that are not really experienced in our group can actually have something to learn. Because some of them might have the qualifications, the certifications, but they might not have the hands-on experience.
Yes.
So with people sharing this knowledge, you get to see that people get to learn, okay, this is how it's done. So when they have such an opportunity, their first time to do the task, most of them always come back to tell the group, man, what I learned today, I was able to practicalize it outside, and I did it in a very safe way.
Oh, good. And I know from there's like all these heated debates every now and then, and I love that because that truly shows that it's independent. Everyone just has their own thoughts. They have their own philosophies, and it encourages you to speak out and say, hey, wait, I don't believe this particularly, but here's my view. And you get a nice open discussion about that. And that's really good. And it's very beneficial for safety on a global scale. I like that.
Yeah.
And
that's very important. That's why I always encourage everybody speak out, because the truth about it is safety is very dynamic. Okay, we were talking about 2 days ago, we were talking about confined space. Now, another school of thought came that any excavation below 4 inches or so, excavation is a confined space. Why? Because of something that just happened somewhere, and that some people were down there and someone started feeling dizzy. That means there were not enough gases there. Some people didn't know that. So it's good for these things, challenges to be coming up. People aid their view because of experience in one location, which I might not have experienced in my own location. So with that, everybody learn, and we get to deliberate. We get people speak out, and at the end of the day, we get something.
Yeah.
So we need to learn every day.
Yeah. A question for you. So do you see safety consultants such as myself internationally? Do you guys have that need? And I know you're in Afghanistan, but from the group, I'm sure you might get a little feel. Do people hire safety consultants much?
Well, yeah, we have. In fact, as we speak, I had someone in the group chatted me up and said he needed a consultant in Zimbabwe but that was Nebosh. They need them to come and teach them Nebosh and make sure that they pass Nebosh. And then I asked him to send me the number of people they wanted, and he said 20. He wanted a quote. But there's another lady I know in Uganda. She is a Nebosh certified examiner. So I told her to send a quote to him. I'm not sure she did. So there is need for consultants. In fact, that is the thing now. People do consultancy job. That is where I'm even driving to. Consultancy work is the next thing now, because when you gain a lot of knowledge, you need to move around and make sure that you pass this information around to other people that can make some little money from it too.
Yeah, and from my
Even want to work, I want to even be have if I have to collaborate with companies that I can work remote from here.
Mhm.
If they need document things, session, webinar, things that I can, I can key in and partner.
Yeah, that's great. And the reason why I ask is because definitely my audience and my whole show is about safety consulting, but the audience will definitely. I've got listeners from all over the country, and I try not to be so U.S. centric. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get in part of the group. When you invited me, I was like, yes, I'm in. And then also talking to you today. So those listeners that are thinking I need to branch out to different countries, what do you suggest that they should look for? Maybe even qualifications, or what is the thing that you think will set a consultant apart that will give them global recognition?
All right. Now, part of the thing that is happening globally is you need to get globally recognized certification. OSHA is recognized, but it's limited to America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the in thing now is going to Middle East and Europe. NEBOSH is what is really coming up now. NEBOSH, IGC, then you go for NEBOSH diploma. Mm-hmm. Those are what is really, because what we have come to realize, if you like it, if anybody should argue, Middle East is really the in thing because it's a developing world. They have a lot of projects. They have a lot of oil wells. They have a lot of industries springing up. So for you to be a key player as a consultant in that area, you need to get NEBOSH, National Examination of Occupational Health and Safety, UK.
Yep, that's good.
It's very important. Also, you must also look at IOSH.
Yes.
International Occupational Safety and Health. Those are their requirements back in Middle East and even Europe. Those are the key players now. America is just America-centric. They are just self-sufficient. But if you need to reach out and make the real dough and get the real consultancy job, you need to go to Middle East, Dubai, and those are the qualifications they will ask you for. You know, there are a lot of jobs that are coming up. Saudi Arabia has a lot of oil wells that have discovered, Kuwait, Oman. First thing is NEBOSH, IGC, IOSH. So you need to tie yourself closer to that. You have gotten OSHA, but you need to get this one. Even Africa is also a developing world. Mm-hmm. You look at Nigeria, they are just over a lot of oil wells. Look at Uganda and Angola. Look at Ghana. Ghana just gotten oil wells now. So for you to be a big player, to go there as trainers.
Ghana or Guyana? Because Guyana, that's my country, they just have their first oil is starting to come out now. So was it Ghana you said that hit oil too, and Guyana both?
Yeah. So what am I saying? For you to play OSHA, OSHA is good, but OSHA, you guys just beat OSHA America-centric. So the other guys in the other side, they look at it, but they think these other guys in Europe, NEBOSH is more detailed and all that. So they accept that the Middle East because of the high risk and all that.
Yeah. And what's the thought process to say if I started a consulting business, not just me, but anyone, and I go into a country, I'm helping them out, and then all of a sudden there's a regime change or there's upheaval in the country. What do you do?
No. For Nigeria, if you want to do consultancy, I will partner with you. The regime change does not really affect professionalism with reasons. Yeah, okay, let's say, for example, you're in America and let's say we have a consultancy job with ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil is an American company. Chevron is an American company.
Yeah.
The rules are there, so nobody will change. It won't change with the regime. Yeah. Except you have a job with the government, but if everything is, if you have a contract that is well signed, if worse comes to worse, you can sue them, but it doesn't work like that again in Africa. You know, back in the days, it used to be military rule. Mm-hmm. When there's a coup d'etat, the next government that comes will tell you all contract, all this, that, you know, the Idi Amin of Uganda and all that. Those are all gone. This is democracy. In Africa, you know, so there's rule of law. So it doesn't really happen that way again.
Yeah. And
So
that's
if
actually
you have
what I'm
contact
thinking
with
of
those
too.
companies, all those companies in Nigeria, we can work together. Then, if you want us to register a company, a training company, consultancy company, we'll go in there and do this stuff.
Oh, good. See, I knew the answer. I just want to make sure that we get those things out, because I'm trying to encourage everyone to follow their heart. And truly, if you want to be a consultant, you are an entrepreneur. So you got to think outside of the box just to keep money coming in. So if out of the box is I need to go to another country, that's outside of the box. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually I'm dual citizen. I am U.S. and Guyanese. My family, my mother, father, all my brothers and sisters were born in Guyana, which for people who don't know, especially in America, you hear Guyana, you think Africa. It's actually in South America, and it's the top where we border Venezuela on one side and French on the other side. So it's more of a Caribbean type culture, and it's part of the CARICOM community, which is a Caribbean community. So I have a heart to go back to my ancestries in Guyana and help them. And they just struck oil. ExxonMobil just went in there. There's a huge oil reserve, and I'm thinking, all right, what do I got to do in oil and gas? I've been training oil and gas for a long time and doing consulting on the American side. So it's going to be great to actually get over there and help my own people and reconnect with my ancestry. So that's
very good, man. If you want to do it, I'm game, man. I can be part of it, because I'm really looking at, because Afghanistan, I'm not here with my family, so I always feel bad. I'm actually reaching out. In fact, I had an interview 2 days ago from Ireland, but the problem is that I don't have a permit to work there. So the manager was like, he doesn't know how he's going to present this to their management. So this permit to work is a problem. I'm looking for a country I can relocate and stay with my family, So I've been out. I worked in Baghdad for 3 years in the same company. Pacific Architect Engineers, U.S. Embassy too, were contractors for them now here in Afghanistan. So I just want to relocate to a country that I can stay with my family, my wife, and my 3 kids.
I had a couple more questions, but on our side, so let's say someone in the U.S. wants to reach out. You're saying that NEBOSH is a certification they should be looking for. What if they want to do their own classes in another country? What kind of certification should the classes have? Like if someone takes the class and they get a certified something.
All right. First and foremost, for you, I'm sure in Africa and Europe, what we can, for you should be able to be an authorized trainer, so that if you train someone, you can issue OSHA training certificate to the person. That's it. One that is accepted in Nigeria, even Africa, because OSHA is accepted there. And also IOSH for UK should be able to be an authorized trainer. You also give. NEBOSH is given by only NEBOSH in UK, but you can be an agent. You train, but they need to take the exams from NEBOSH directly. So how do you take the exams? You go to the nearest British council and take the exams.
Really?
And when you pass, NEBOSH will give you the certificate direct, not the trainer. But you can be an agent to them, so you make money also from them. But when you big cash is when you use OSHA. OSHA, I don't know how you split as an agent. As an authorized trainer, I don't know how you split the profit, So for back in our country, back in West Africa, you can be an OSHA authorized trainer and you issue certificate and it is being recognized. Now, but for the country, they don't really have, they just have regulatory bodies who will just check what you are doing. You can register with them if you like, but OSHA supersedes every other regulatory body in Africa, in other countries.
That's good.
When you should be an authorized OSHA trainer. I mean, you have the certificate and you can come into any country and train. It's just that for that country, you need to just register as a company operating in that country. So you need that. Yeah. And I don't know how it's done in Ghana. For Nigeria, you must have at least someone from that country must be part of your board member or something, and not be non-executive or something.
No, that's good to know. Are there any challenges that you're facing right now that you may want to, see if I could help you with, or anything like that?
Yeah. The major challenge I'm facing, just like I told you, I'm actually looking for a job outside Afghanistan because the security threat and all that. I've been out for a while, man. I always miss my family because I need to go home like twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year. So I'm looking for a country I can relocate to. I get a job we can relocate to and just work there and later bring my family there, man. I just want to see my kids grow so I can enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my kids are older now. They're 22 and 20. So I've been through that cycle, and every time I'm away, it's like your heart aches because you want to be with your wife.
Yeah. Your mom cannot do that alone. So I'm just looking for a place if you can help me with your contacts around because I don't know getting a job in America. In America I got like 2-3 interviews, but work permit, getting a permit to work in America is always a little bit. So I'm looking at Africa too, that Ghana. If I can see a good job, I relocate with my family. Good for me. Europe, Middle East. All these Caribbeans, just a place I can relocate and stay with my family and do the job.
Yeah, and that you could relocate. So some people, they only think of their own country. They don't think that they could find work or do something in other places. So if you're willing to relocate, especially if you're willing to start your own business.
Yes, I am. I'm ready. If I get a good, if you are there and we get a good deal, man, I can relocate and start teaching. I've been doing training for a long while. Even when I was in Nigeria, I've been doing a lot of training. Even here, today I had a training on manual handling. I do trainings. I do a lot of trainings. Yeah.
Most consultants have
my training matrix for the year, I concluded it in the 30th of September. Normally, I train like 463 people for the year. Wow. I was able to complete it before the end of December by September.
Wow.
Because we coordinated it well. I made sure that it didn't disrupt their daily activities. I made sure that I had groups, departments, because I have like 13 departments. I have HVAC department, I have plumbing department, I have general maintenance, I have electrical, I have custodian, I have housekeeping, I have carpentry, I have welders, I have a lot. But I made sure that it didn't disrupt their daily operations.
Do you have any of it that you wrote, or is this things that you're teaching from other people?
Basically, I've not written anything, but basically, we have the company have their own trading model from corporate. So we download it and use it. But what you do, you can also look at it and fashion it out for good delivery. Because the most important thing is delivery. You can have a presentation slide of, let's say, even 50, but you can deliver it 20, because if there's no feedback, that means there was no good delivery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like whenever you see people in the U.S. that love putting on their shades and they'll sit back and they're kind of like sleeping with their hard hats down over their eyes, and then you're not doing a good job.
Yeah. So mine, I carry people along. As you ask questions, you stand up, you demonstrate. They come to demonstrate. They ask, because most of the things, the truth about it is that most of the courses, most of the things you want to discuss, someone somewhere might have known, even in the class, have a fair knowledge about it. So for you to carry the class along, let it be interactive. Let the question, throw the question to them. Let them come up so that when they are coming out from where they are, you know where to engage them more.
And, do you think you could teach that if you were given a chance to say train someone how to actually present a course and to be a trainer and be more engaging and how to plan a session? Can you teach that?
Yes, I can. What I can do, I can do more research on it. I can do it because I know. The truth is that I did a training. I shouldn't be saying this because someone other person should say it. I did a training with some locals. some guys that are working with the embassy, US embassy, some local people from Afghanistan. Do you know, when I move around in the embassy, most of them greet me, and some of them I don't know. So one day, someone greeted me, and now asked the person, I said, do I know you? He said, I was in your class. The way you trained us, you were so funny. I now started recalling, what did I do? We were training on forklifts.
Oh, yeah.
So because of communication, we had an interpreter to interpret to them. And most of the time, I remember when I told them, when you lift your forklift, you must, when you want to park your forklift, you must not allow the fork to be up. You must keep it down. Then that was the way I was demonstrating. So I didn't know it was funny to them. They were laughing, but they were understanding because of the way I was doing it. I said, don't do like this, do like this.
Yes.
Because they don't really understand English. So I was like, now ask them, if you do like this, what happens? They were giving me signs that no, like this. All of them were this. So I didn't know that I passed that information to them. So that thing has keep ringing in their head. So when they see me, what they remember is what I taught them and how I passed the information to them.
Good.
Do you understand? So it keeps ringing in their head. So when they see me around, they were like smiling, laughing. I say, now that I can communicate a little bit in English, said you were funny when you were training us that day. So it keeps ringing in their head. So I think I could deliver.
Yeah, the reason why I asked is for me, I think the best way to start a business is by doing what you do right now, something you like. So in your training, if it's allowed, maybe you could start recording some of those trainings and then break down what you're doing as almost like you ever see those YouTube videos where people are explaining a scene as they're watching it? You don't have to do all that technical stuff, but you could actually watch it, break it down yourself, write that down, and then now you could create your own product you could sell online just of, how to do engaging communication, engaging speeches, even with the translator. And that might be something you could start selling right now to gain some money. Because you seem passionate about that. You really seem passionate about training.
Yeah. I think I can. It's just that inside the embassy, I can be doing stuff in my room, but inside the embassy, we got restriction because of security and all that. Absolutely. So I can't really take those videos and all that because of security threats here. But
absolutely, that's why
some things I can do in my room. I can actually do it and send it to you. Then let's see how we can go. I don't really have the knowledge of how to sell it, how to get engaged on that, but.
Yeah, there's a bunch of freebies that you should probably use, and one of them is called Teachable, and Teachable has like a platform. It's teachable.com, and they have a free. You could set up a online school for free. And I don't know about international restrictions. I know that it is actually an international organization and international service, but that's a good freebie. And then also, I do think just the utilization of YouTube. That's
another thing. If you can guide me, I can do something and send to you. Then, if you have a way of improving on it, and I can work with you. I don't, because you are more exposed out there. I might know this stuff, but I don't know how to get myself across to the globe. So I'm partner, and depending. Yeah. If you give me a topic and you want me to come up with something, I can come up with something, send to you. Then you look at it. If there are things you need to edit, and we just put it out there and see. Who knows?
Yeah. And what I suggest is also doing a list of, things that you like to do, and just write it all out. Anything. I mean, I love music. I write music. So that's a list of things to do. I sell music on my website.
Music myself.
So anything you like to do, write it all down, and then try to find ways of making it. If you have a song, sell it on a website for 99 cents, like iTunes or something. I would imagine you speak at least 2 languages, so maybe you could help safety professionals learn a different language and teach them that. So anything can be monetized, is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. I know. Anything can be monetized. Yeah.
Yes. Before we go, is there anything you want to share? And how do people find you, like your LinkedIn or anything you want to share so someone can find you?
You said? What did you say?
Oh, is there anything else you want to share? Or how can people find you, like LinkedIn or just somewhere? That
okay, if you can, you can find me on LinkedIn, Didion Udoh. I'm going to give you my name, Didion Udoh on LinkedIn. I can also give you my I gave you my email. What we are doing, we're just trying to reach out to the world, try to make sure that as much as possible we got people on top of safety all around the world, because we know a lot needs to be done. A lot needs to be done in terms of keeping people safe. Look at the whole world. We are still trying as safety professional training, monitoring, and all that. But we still have incidents everywhere around the world. So meaning that it's a lot still needs to be done. So as much as we can to train a lot of people, we'll do it.
Excellent. Well, I thank you so much for your time. I know it's later for you than it is for me.
Thank you so much. I'm really grateful to have met you. I just want to keeping in touch. Just have me in mind in case of anything that comes up. Please count me in. I'm game.
All right, I'd like to thank Eddie for being part of the Safety Consultant Podcast. It was a great interview, learning a lot about different countries and how they do safety, and his heart and passion for safety was just awesome. So stay tuned, and right after this, we will do the tip of the week.
Hi, everybody. Todd Conklin. I know lots of you get your information while you drive down the road or sit on planes or sit in meetings and look interested. And now you should know that 3 of my books are available for your listening pleasure on Audible. With the help of Jay Allen and Safety FM, we've produced 3 of the books: Workplace Fatalities, The 5 Principles of Human Performance, and my very first book, Simple Revolutionary Acts, and they're available now where you get audiobooks.
Welcome back to the Safety Consultant Podcast Show. I am your host, Sheldon Primus, and I'd like to thank you for listening to this show. If you have not subscribed to the show yet, please do that. It'll be awesome if you can subscribe to the show and share it. Share it with a friend. Share it with someone who you think this will help them, and there'll be something that they could use. So that'll be awesome if you could share it. And if you haven't written a review yet, that would be awesome if you could write one for me. That'd be just great in whatever service you're listening to. So thanks again for listening to the Safety Consultant Podcast. The tip of the week. So this week, the tip of the week is don't be scared to find out what you could do to get some work internationally. International work is always exciting. It's fun. So if you are in that exciting, fun mode and you want to get out a little, go ahead and start looking for where you can be assistance and you can be of help in another country. See how you could branch out that way. So you might start with a neighboring country, so it might be easier for travel, especially if it's a drive distance. Or you may want to go someplace where you may already have a network or friends, a system, so that you can have some place that you could go to, you could find, and then be part of the solution. So I really want to get out to my country, Guyana. As you've heard in the interview, I am dual citizen, American and Guyanese, and there is oil in Guyana, and I've been working in the oil and gas field for a while, training, so I would love to bring that to that country. So I am doing my best to get over there to see what I could do, but I also have been working with a few other countries as well, mostly Caribbean, because that's my heritage, and I feel like I want to give back to my heritage, so I am going through the Caribbean route, but you could use whatever route is comfortable for you. But the idea is it might be very fun, as well as it could even be beneficial for you to branch out beyond your country, go somewhere else and see if you could add a branch of your business, become international. So that is the tip of the week. Seek out what you should do, what you have to do to become more international. I will see you next Monday. Have a great rest of your week.
This podcast is being sponsored by SafetyConsultantBlueprint.com.
This episode has been powered by Safety FM.